cancer. So many lives are touched by cancer. In fact, 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer. At the American Cancer Society, we're on a mission to free the world from cancer. It's a big mission, driven by little things like a ride to treatment, a free place to stay, a 24/7 helpline. But these little things are really the big things, because to a cancer patient and their family, they're everything. And every day we reach thousands of cancer patients who so desperately need these services. But we need your help to get these critical services to more people and families in need this holiday season. Go to cancer.org and join the fight against cancer. It takes just minutes to donate and help provide essential support to cancer patients and their families. Don't wait. More than 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer. Go to cancer.org right now and make a difference. Go to cancer.org.
Welcome into the Eric Zane Show Podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. I am so apologetic and sorry for the late start. I appreciate your patience. Holy moly. It is not a great feeling when, on a day like today, I have a full slate of things to do, including guests and, without getting too much into the minutia of what it takes to put on the show, there's various clicks and chirps and things I do that have to be in order, and has been a remarkable learning curve and various bits of embarrassment that have happened live on this show that I still don't yet have mastered. It's not like rote. It's not like very routine. It's still like, I think I clicked this and I think I clicked that. But, you can't ever improve until you have those teachable moments. That's what you tell kids. That's a teachable moment. So, it was a little weird because I have had this bit of success with bringing guests in and things like that. You click on a button and boom, there they are. Well, for some reason, I was setting it up today, and it's like, doing a little test and nothing. And I'm like, well, what's going on here? So that's a bad feeling when you're using all of your time to actually, that you would normally use to write the show, what you're going to talk about, what you're going to focus, and kind of wrapping your mind. Because honestly, pulling back the curtain, when I set these things up, I'm going to talk this topic, and this topic. I'm thinking about it the whole time. Like maybe there's a joke here. This might be interesting, stuff like that. I don't have any time to do that. So when that happens, shows like today, when I start to introduce it to you, it's a surprise to me too. I'm like, I guess I'm talking about this, even though I planned it, because I haven't had that moment where I've like really kind of, this is probably how it's going to go, looking into my brain crystal ball of the podcast. All right. Does that make sense? But when I don't have those moments where I'm like, I'm going to talk about the time capsule in the base of the Robert E. Lee statue. When I haven't had that moment to really, in my brain, reconcile it, then I'm like lost. That happened today because I could not figure out particular things about my guests. And so what I did was at some point I punted. I said, first I was going to cancel all my guests today. I said, no, I'm still going to bring him in. I'm just going to bring him in via voice. So the multi-talented John Agar. I like to call him John, but it's Johnny. John's an adult now. So I kind of refuse to call him Johnny. And John's a grown-ass man. Anyway, Johnny Agar and his multi-talented mother, Becky, will be joining me on the show. They have a lot going on in their lives. And this isn't just to talk about the cluster F of the contractor who screwed the Agar family. This guy, remember this contractor? This is the guy that the Agars said, okay, yeah, what we're looking to do is renovate the basement of our home to be like a actual dwelling place for Johnny, who, of course, as you know, has cerebral palsy and has, kind of not let that slow him down in any way. So he needs a lot of workspace and things like that. And he actually said, he goes, I want the basement to have particular flooring, not this rough subfloor, because I actually get around in my home by crawling. He can actually, as opposed to bumping around things on the chair, if he wants to get from one side of the room to the other, he'll get down there and army crawl. He can actually move and then get up on the couch and grab the remote and watch TV or whatever the hell. He wants his own space. Thank you to Mo Drum 3R. That's a nice compliment. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Trying my best. And I'm fortunate to have all these great audience members like Patriot Nick and Dean and the Duchess of New Jersey to help me along, and you. So there was that. Also, that isn't the only reason to I would love to just bring Johnny and his mother, Becky, on just to attack the contractor who screwed the family. We will address that. But there's a lot more to talk about going on. And I'm going to save that for when we speak to them in 41 minutes. And it's just going to be their voices, unfortunately. I would love to see them on here, but this is a finicky setup here, and I'm not great at it when it comes to doing things on Twitch. I'm like, I think this is right. You got to understand, a brain the age of mine, I am fish out of water. This is not the game for an idiot like me. Not only am I subpar in intellect, but my brain is ridiculously, 51 isn't that old, but it's like I'm 81. And this is a young man's game, so everything takes me much longer. So I can't really troubleshoot that well. I stink at it. So I'm like, oh my God. 3 minutes before the show starts, I have nothing written down. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Okay, this is how my brain works. I'm like, all right, this is the worst thing that has ever happened to me right now. There is nothing worse that could possibly happen. All I can do right now is reach out to the Agars and tell them everything's canceled. Reach out to Kyle from Dumpster Divers, tell him everything's canceled. Have a temper tantrum, scream, yell at Diana, yell at her brother, destroy my equipment, and never podcast again. Those are the only reasonable options that I have. And I'm like, okay, now it's time to put on your big boy pants. Okay? Shut up. First of all, shut up. I'm talking to my brain. My brain is like, yeah, you got to go crazy. This is what you got to do. You got to go nuts, freak out, and yell at everybody. And then my normal thought, my rational thought, or try to be my rational dominant thought is, no. Shut up. Rule number 1, shut up. It's a first step in this journey, if you will. Shut up. Step number 2, just punt on the video. Reach out to the Agars. Reach out to Kyle. No big deal. People, it's not the end of the world. They're still going to hear the great message that these people have to say. Well, a great message for the Agars. Kyle will probably just ramble on. I love Kyle. Seriously. Not the kid diddler Kyle. I'm talking about Kyle from Dumpster Divers. And then, you already know what you're going to talk about, idiot. It's only going to take you a few minutes to write these. Just tell these people you'll be a handful of minutes later, you'll be fine. So what we have there is the brain of mine that is medicated because I take a great medicine. It's not a super ridiculous medicine that overpowers the brain, but it's called citalopram, non-addictive serotonin reuptake inhibitor. I've talked about this before, but on a molecular level, in your brain, your body has this feel-good chemical called serotonin, which makes things nice, okay? And a brain like mine, there's like a little, it's not quite balanced the way it needs to be. So I have these gigantic mood swings. It's horrible. Still have them. But the medicine, when your brain wants to take the, let's say your brain takes a tablespoon of serotonin and says, all right, here comes a tablespoon to make you feel good, and you only use half a tablespoon. The brain then reabsorbs the other half tablespoon and recycles it and doesn't use it right away. With this medicine, it prevents that. So I'm constantly getting tablespoon after tablespoon. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is what this asshole needs. Thank God this is here because he's a dick. So I'm like, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Update on my daughter, Madison. Some of you folks on Patreon, I had her in here yesterday. She walked in. She could barely talk. She's like, and she had fallen down the steps. And it wasn't like she just missed a step. I mean, she like the kind that you hear, somebody's laying at the bottom of the steps with a broken neck. She did not break her neck, and she's fine. But she was at her friend's house and this happened. She woke up in the middle of the night to go potty, and then she fell down the steps. She goes, Dad, I think I'm badly. She can't even breathe. But she's sitting here. She actually did a segment with me yesterday on the Patreon. She went to the doctors. She's fine. No broken ribs, thank God. But people were worried about her, so I wanted to update you, Today is the day for the great food giveaway. Oh, my gosh. And one of the key members of support on this is the world-famous Mike Ball from MB Distributing.
What's up?
Hello, young man. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Never better. Today's the day.
Today is the day.
Year 2 of the great food giveaway. Do you have boxes? Do you have Little Debbie boxes to put the food into?
We have plenty of boxes.
Oh, my God. You're like a key instrument of awesomeness on this show because, again, I'm always late to the table. Everybody has to convince me to do stuff. It's embarrassing to admit that when this was brought up to me, I was like, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I have the energy. I actually said that. Is that not horrible to even?
You have many downfalls. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. I don't want to kick you down while you're having a crap day to start. So
no, it's not that bad. I mean, I had like I said, I had a couple of issues, but it's not the end of the world. That's the theme for today. I'm trying to. What's that? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. You ever heard that one?
No.
Come on. All right. Well, what's your plan today? Because I've got a trailer full of food in my driveway.
Do a little work, Business never stops, and then we're gonna go pick up that trailer, get us some hams, and head to Irvine's. Okay,
we're gonna start staging roughly 2:00. Is that like an okay time?
Yep, that works. I'll get there before that, but yep, everybody wants to get there at 2:00. We can start boxing them up and stacking them up on the sidewalk, probably like we did last time, and getting people in a row, give them away.
Yeah. Okay. So it usually works pretty smooth because we usually have enough hands. We did last year, at least. I'm sure we will this year to actually, we got to take a little bit of corn. You got to take the gravy, the potatoes, the rolls, the pies, the hams, put them all into one box. And that's a boxed thing that's going to be put in somebody's car. So that's great. And we're going to have pet food to give away. You're going to be there. My God. Hey, have you been training at all since the Grand Rapids Half Marathon?
I have been doing some stuff.
You sound
I've been eating really good too.
Yeah, you make it sound. I have been doing some stuff. That sounds like you're almost sheepishly saying you're not really. You've kind of been laying low.
I do something every day, but not very intensely and not very focused.
Well, that's normal though. That's off-season stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got another full year of traveling across the country and doing Ironmans, right?
Yeah, I might actually do Mai Tai this year, so I might stay more local for a full, but I'll go to Chattanooga for the half and maybe run a couple marathons next year. We'll see.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen stocking shelves of Little Debbie products inside of a store or a convenience location where something just odd happened that you couldn't wait to tell someone?
Right before COVID hit, I used to go out on Sunday nights and write orders to kind of be ready for Monday morning. And it was about 11:30 at night, and I pulled into your Jennison Meyer there, and I was walking towards the back just to check to see what we had left in the back room yet. And I saw a flash go by me, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I heard somebody yelling, and I look, and about a early 20s girl strung out on something was riding a bike at about 15 to 20 miles an hour through the store. And she would zoom down an aisle, and a couple of the workers were chasing after her. And then she would come flying through the liquor department, and then she'd come flying down the middle of the store. And they finally stopped her, and she just kind of ditched the bike in an aisle. And her mom is there shopping with her. So as I'm kind of standing there, she's talking to her mom like, what the fuck? Why can't we, they don't let you try out a bike before you buy it? What kind of fucking place is this? I'm like, okay, interesting, And mom was strung out on something too. So it was just, it was grocery night for them. And, just let's go get a couple miles in on the bike while we're zipping through aisles by hitting people.
That's fantastic. Oh, my God. Was Josh there, the guy who came up, helped us get all this food together? Was he involved in this? Because, seriously, who wouldn't want to just smash into her and knock her off the bike?
Oh, I so wanted to see somebody hit her with a cart or something and just, a muppity-flippity flying into an end cap or something. And
okay, let me ask you this. You're however old you are. You're in your 40s. I know that. It doesn't matter. At some point, you're like, all right, I think I am going to be this for the rest of my life. How did you come to that decision of delivering Little Debbie to make a career out of this?
I used to work for Coca-Cola right out of high school, and then I got a job at Frito-Lay, and so I've kind of known this business my whole life. And Little Debbie were independent, so I worked for myself. So got into that. I kind of knew a guy that was like a distributor or a district manager for them. We had been friends for years, so an open opportunity came, and I jumped on it, and then they've kind of let us become bigger and have multiple routes under us. So I've kind of gone that direction, and
yeah.
So most days it's a good gig, but it has its days like everything else.
Are you hiring right now, Mike Ball?
Not this morning. But you never know. Things happen fast.
Okay.
People come and go. You never know.
All right. So I will. You know what? You let me know when you ever need help, and I will help you. I will help you get the word out. Okay.
I appreciate that. And at some point, I'll be advertising on your podcast once our supply chain issues.
Supply chain
out here at some point.
Supply chain, COVID. If it's not one thing, it's another. We've got nothing but time. I'm not going anywhere.
That's good. I thought this morning this was going to be the last day. I thought you were just going to pack it up and smash your shit and call it a career.
Never. I'm in an exceptional mood despite these little tech issues. I'm just doing awesome. I'm so happy.
What'd you do? Hit 125 on your bench press yesterday or something?
I benched 145 earlier in the week. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's impressive.
Uh-huh.
13-year-old boy.
5 times, Mike Ball. 5 times.
Woo.
Well on my way to 200 by the summer. You watch.
You'll be 200 pounds by summer? I believe it. I've seen
No.
I mean, get there.
I mean, bench press 200 pounds, not weigh 200 pounds.
That ain't going to happen.
Okay.
That ain't going to happen.
What is your all-time favorite Little Debbie snack? Is it the strawberry shortcake?
No, I grew up on the Swiss roll.
Okay, that's
but the peanut butter crunch bar is solid. It's kind of like one of those, not a very popular one, but amazing.
Have you ever been driving down the road, you tried some of the product that you distribute, and it was so terrible you spit it out the car window?
I have not done that.
Okay.
I have not done that. That'd be bad for the brand,
Yeah, I know it. Can you imagine? Jesus. All right. Well, when you get here, by the way, one of the tires is low on that thing.
Oh, now you tell me that?
On that trailer. It's not complete. It's not completely low, but it looks to be a little flatty. A little.
Okay. We
Okay.
can get some air put in that.
All right. I'll see you a little later, okay?
All right.
All right, thanks.
Get out with your dumb podcast.
Yeah, you know it. I'm going to get stupid. All right, thank you.
That's it.
That's it. Mike Ball, known for kicking my ass in that amazing Grand Rapids half marathon. That was so terrible. You know, normally when you if you do something like that and then you're like, oh, I'm never doing this again. I am never doing this again. And then a few days pass and you're like, I think I'm going to do that again. We haven't had that moment. I haven't had that moment yet. Candyman Mike says, have Jackie change the tire. Oh, God. All right. So there you go. Great food giveaway 2 today. Really looking forward to that. We're going to have so much fun at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, giving food away, Santa Pellerito, Human Megaphone, Sarah Rookrock Roosh, screaming at people on 44th Street to make a turn and go get the food. We'll feed 100 hungry families with a Christmas meal. Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance will be there distributing pet food for the same folks if they have a pet. Just one less thing for them to worry about or pay for a period of time. So awesome. I did hear from Jacob Bennett, who is in the process of establishing contact with our latest recipient of the Great Flooring Giveaway. And I think that person is in attendance right now of the Great Flooring Giveaway. But Jacob wrote this to me. Do I have it? Of course not. Let's see if I can remember it off the top of my head. Oh, no. Here it is. Let's keep this going. This has been the best thing. We'll do an Easter giveaway next. Whenever you want to start talking about it. Let me save up. There you go. Then I think he might have done voice to text because there's something it says, it's all kind of it's all jumbled together. But he loves doing this. He loves the people. He's got the spirit now. So we're going to ride this for as long as possible. So the Great Flooring Giveaway will continue. If you ever, are like, man, this sounds fantastic. By all means, reach out to me with self-nomination. That's totally fine. Why? Now, that's tough to do. You have to basically admit to me and write to me that, hey, this would really help us. Our family is struggling right now. You have to put that into words and write that out. Or you can nominate somebody very, very special. We've gotten dozens of entries, literally dozens of entries. And this will be the third one that we do. So everyone who has entered before, I will keep those on file. And I have to read them. And this is like the hardest job. I have to discern, okay, this person needs it. This one needs it more than the other ones. And I hate that I have to do that. But I try to get out in front of that and be transparent with you that is actually the process. I am saying this is more of a thing than the others. And it sounds weird, but that's exactly what we do. But don't be shy about it. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I'll keep mentioning that from time to time. If you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to do this. By all means. And I'll keep you anonymous. Some folks, like the first one we did, the family was like, well, I want to shout it from the mountain. I don't care who knows about this. This has been absolutely fantastic. So that's totally up to the recipient. Okay. Last night, Grand Rapids Griffins hockey game. All right. We have a Christmas theme, and I went all out, of course, because I've got a green button-down shirt, my dress shirt, my black vest over it, a silver tie, and a red sport jacket. Black pants. That is festive to the max. As usual, this is weird. Now, someone posts, hey, here's the picture. Look at him. And then, it's always the same thing. Let's say he looks shitty and make fun of him. Sarah Rook-Ruck-Roosh. She wrote, look at that old school dumb knot or something like that, referring to my tie. Hey, Allendale skank. That's called a double Windsor knot. If your husband was a man, you'd see that more often because he'd know how to tie that. Have you not heard of a double Windsor? Do you even have a tie in your household for the two men that live at your dump? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, let's make fun of his fucking tie. Jesus. I'll see you later on about that one. She's making fun of the knot that I tied. Lisa just outed herself on the great flooring giveaway. She says, this recipient of the flooring giveaway is so blown away and blessed. Thank you so much. Tarantula Farmer's been asking it now for 2-3 days. Oh, it wasn't a clip-on. I'm not really in the mood to mute any of you a-holes right now, but if it gets too out of hand, I'll consider it. During the game, the Griffins are, it's a low-scoring affair. The Milwaukee goalie has made some ridiculous saves. And the Griffins goalie, Calvin Pickard, he's only faced like 11 shots late in the second period, 12 shots. So the defense is just spectacular. Griffins managed to get a 1-0 lead. About 6 minutes in the game, I think there was a penalty against the Griffins, and Milwaukee gets a power play goal, and I'm like, oh man! And so whoever's in the box is pissed off. Tim Mayer, the referee in charge, he is of course the owner operator of Shoreliner Striping. He's the ref for tonight. There's two refs, and just before the third period gets started, he skates over to my booth, and out of his ref pants, he pulls out an envelope, and it says Zaner on it. Of course, that's my hockey nickname, Zaner. And I open it up, and it's a Christmas card from him and all the people that work with him and for him at Shoreliner Striping. Thanks for all you do, Zaner. We love you. You're awesome. And then he gave me like a Christmas bonus. Now, he's an advertiser on the show. I give him, that's the deal. He gives me consideration, financial consideration. I talk about him on the podcast. He sponsors the inbox. All emails into the show come to me via the Shoreliner Striping inbox. That's it. And, he gives me, on top of what he already pays me, a $200 check. And I'm like, what the hell? You did not have to do this. You are like the nicest person on the planet. Oh, my God. So then I've got this really good vibe for him. Now, everybody in the arena already hates him because he's calling a tight game. And, he's one of the best in the business. Hell, when the Olympics were played in Seoul, Korea, they called upon Tim Mayer to ref the games. He reffed the gold medal game. So at this upcoming Winter Olympics, I wouldn't be surprised if he has to go over there. I don't know if he will, though, because the U.S., I don't even think. I know that the hockey team is not playing in the Olympics this year. The Olympics are all fucked. First of all, I think it's in like Beijing. Isn't it Beijing? And everybody hates the Chinese. They're crazy. So, and COVID is, why? I can't even believe that they're even going to have it. Late in the game, it's 1-1. We end up going to overtime. In overtime, Milwaukee gets a breakaway. And, I forgot the guy's name. Ryan something. Ryan Brady for the Griffins. He's defending, and he gets called for a hook. And it wasn't. Everybody in the arena is freaking out because they didn't think it was a hook. And you have a chorus of boos. And this dude for the Griffins, he's screaming at Tim Mayer. And he gets in the box. And then he sits down. And then he gets up. And then he opens the door to the box. Now, this is trouble. You can get yourself in trouble. And he's screaming the length of the ice as they're getting ready to drop the puck. And he skates back over and he tells him to shut the fuck up. He goes, shut the fuck up and sit down. Well, I just spit huge. Shut the fuck up and sit down. Dude sits down. Now, if Milwaukee scores in overtime as a result of this penalty, this power play that they're on, this dude next to me is going to, he's going to erupt. Sure as shit. Milwaukee scores. This guy flips open the door to the box, comes sprinting out. And yeah, the two linesmen knew this was coming. They're like, okay. They had a protocol. They're like, okay. Mayor and the lineys are like, and the other refs sitting there. Refs like, the other refs like, I'm not getting involved in this one. Mayor's like, okay, if they score, watch my back. They score. Game is over. Griffins lose 2-1. It's Ryan Murphy, I think is his name, not Ryan Brady. He comes flying out, and sure enough, he's skating 1,000,000 miles an hour over to Mayor. He's going to kill him. The refs stop him, and they say, go to the bench. Lashoff, the captain, is supposed to come out and say, come on, let's go. The game is over. But I think he took a puck in the ankle when he was on defense or something like that. So he's not like coming out to get his player. And dude is trying to circumvent the linesman skater, and they're like heading him off at the pass. You hear all these swear words. Oh, my God. And Mayor's just standing there waiting. And they end up getting him off the ice. But I swear to God, I thought he was going to kill him. Now, if he continued on, we're talking major fine, long-term suspension. I mean, this is after the whistle abuse of an official. This is a big one. And so then they get him off the ice finally. Mayor turns around. He speaks into the hole in the glass. He goes, give him a game misconduct. God, give him a game misconduct. That's Rule 35CB in the book. Game misconduct for official abuse. Don't announce it, eh? Okay, see you later. You guys have a good Christmas, okay? Yeah, see you, Timmy. Okay, God bless you, Zaner. Okay, bye, eh? And then that's it. He skates off into the night. I text him. I go, you're so great. Thank you so much for that kind gesture. And then I wrote, by the way, I went back and watched that play. That was a great call on your part. Now, I just wrote that to make him feel better. It was a horrible call. It was one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I should probably get him on right now. I told him that. And then he wrote back, oh, thanks, Zader. Thanks, eh? Yeah, I watched it several times afterwards, eh? It was a beauty call. There's no problem there. I can't believe anybody was upset. I'm sleeping in, eh? I got a game in Iowa, eh? He's not even Canadian. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Hi, you've reached Shoreliner Striping. Sorry we're unable to take your call right now.
Did I hear birds chirping when that started? All right. Maybe later. Yeah, I'm going to give him a game misconduct for official abuse, eh? We have an issue in the Eric Zane. We had an issue in the Eric Zane Show podcast household. I talked about it on the Patreon a little bit. After the podcast yesterday, the free one, I said to Bruce and O'Neill, and I go, all right, let's go outside. Come on, it's time to go outside. And so it's the same every day. Same every day. And then that's it. Because they've been here for a little while, they need to go. They need to go to the bathroom. Bruce wanders into this room where it's Madison's old bed, or I'm sorry, Jackie's old bedroom. It's turned into gift wrapping central. Bruce walks in there now and sniffs the ground, and I go, come on, let's go. And then he squats. Now, sometimes he puts his leg up. Sometimes he squats like a female dog. and he pees. And I'm like, what are you doing? No. And probably, and it wasn't, he didn't completely go like empty his bladder, but it was enough. And I don't know what happened there, but immediately that room was filled with the worst odor ever. And I'm like, well, wait a minute here. Did it smell that bad in here from another animal and that's why he peed? Or does the pee that just left his body smell that bad? I mean, it was disturbingly strong. I actually got on my hands and knees, and this is what you do when you're a pet owner. When you're a pet owner and a parent, these are the things you need to do, because if the quicker you find out that there's a problem, the quicker you can alleviate the issue. When a child craps his pants, some parents will actually lift up the pants and peek in there, but that's an issue because the turd could be hidden. Okay, the first line of defense is hold the kid's ass up to your face and suck in a lot of air. Just sniff it. That's what you do. That's what good parents do to quickly ascertain that there may be an issue. All right? That's what we always did. We would always smell their ass. Don't act like you're grossed out, because if you have kids, you've done this. You've all done it. Don't act like you're innocent. Same thing with a pet. To determine the strength of what is on the floor, in this case urine, you must sniff it, especially if you have cats and dogs. You want to determine if it's cat pee, because if it's cat pee, you just rip out the carpet. Even if the cat pees only once, you might as well, two choices: rip out all the carpet and call Bennett Flooring, or burn the house down. I got down on my hands and knees and put my nose 1 inch from it, and I went, wow, that is so unbelievably toxic. And so then I'm like, okay, we got to get rid of this. So I get a whole bunch of Bounty paper towel and I absorb it. Now we have a really great carpet extractor. It just sucks everything out. Did I even consider getting that out? No. I'm just going to blot it. I'm just going to blot it up. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So I blot it, and then I put some chemical on it that I found under the sink that's, I don't know, something shitty. And then I leave it alone. I'm like, and then I did the Patreon. I go, I can't believe Bruce just okay. So then later on, Dinah says, oh my God, what is up with that room? And I go, yeah. So I explained what happened. And the door is closed now because it was permeating out into the hallway. It was that bad. Now he peed just a little bit, probably a couple tablespoons of pee. And it was so unbelievable. I go, well, I cleaned it up. She goes, did you? I go, well, I mean, I blotted it. She goes, no, you need to use the carpet extractor. You need to use that thing. So I go, all right. So I get it. And hot water and this special type of cleaner in it, and I'm really going to do a bang up job this time. But now it's it's been in there. It's set. It's it's burned in there forever, And I open the door. The air that is now becoming toxic, it has nowhere to go. So I walk in to this. Do you ever see that movie on HBO? God dang it. There was a big nuclear meltdown in some Russian, God, what was it? And everybody, they're like, it's fine. It's fine. Everything, everybody's dead, and all the birds are dead, and the cows are dead, and they just leave the equipment there. It's some fucking what was that called? Some Russian town. Or Ukraine, is it? I can't. Why do I keep thinking Bin Laden? What? I know that's not it, but that's what I keep hearing. Wormwood. It's called Wormwood. Sheboygan. Shut up. Chernobyl, you idiot. That's it. Yes. It was a great multi-part series on HBO. I loved it so much, I cannot remember the name of it. Oh, my God. Joe Morin, hello. Hey, I need more Bethany for tomorrow. I need the Bethany Christmas special. So that's your homework project. Welcome. It was so bad in there that I actually got my respirator mask, the one that you use when you're painting oil-based paint, okay? And I had to clean the shit out of it. Oh, my God, that was terrible. So bad. And then a funny exchange took place. Let's bring in the queen of the forest right now.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well. I was just filling in the audience about the Griffins game and that ridiculous penalty that Mayor called late.
Yeah. Like, who gets a penalty in overtime? It's ridiculous. That pisses me off.
He maintains, he texted me. He said he watched it over and over again. He said it was absolutely appropriate.
What was the call again? A slash?
Oh, he got him for a hook.
A hook.
If you have a skater coming in all alone, a rule clearly states if the stick touches anything that is, it's kind of like you see it coming a mile away. That's going to be a hook. It's going to be a hook. Unless he's able to poke the puck away with his stick.
Who drew the penalty? Who was it again?
Ryan Murphy.
Okay, well, he needs to be benched. You don't cause a penalty in freaking overtime. That's what lost the game.
What did you think about the temper?
Put Ben Simon on the phone. I'm going to tell him.
What did you think about the temper tantrum after the game?
I must have missed that. I must not have been paying attention.
Oh, my God. He was going to kill him. He gave him a game. After the guy got done having a temper tantrum, they finally got him off the ice. He goes, I'm going to give him at the 20-minute mark a game misconduct for official abuse, eh?
Oh, my gosh. So he can't play the next game?
It's under review because it was after the whistle.
Oh.
Yeah, he might. You could get a fine, or you could miss a game or two.
Oh boy!
Is that Daisy snoring in the background?
Yes, it is. She's sitting next to me. She doesn't like to be up with you when I'm around.
No, I know that. She prefers you. You need to know that the Agars will be joining me shortly.
Oh, good.
And then
That's fun.
I wanted to ask.
I love them.
Yeah, I know. I love them too. I was going over the details of the dog pee incident in Jackie's old room yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And how intensely absurd that odor was.
I know. I told you what it smelled like.
Well, that's what I wanted to call you about because there was a hilarious exchange, and I hadn't thought this, but the scene was, it was me, you, and Madison in our room, and you said... I think you said it smells like a what? A dirty what?
Vagina.
It smells like a dirty vagina. And I hadn't really thought
it did.
I hadn't really thought of that. So I mean that comment brings a lot of questions to mind.
Well, the old wives' tale that sometimes it smells
Yeah, it did have that. I admit, when you mentioned it, it did smell like that. I mean, okay, I have been known to be on the business end of a gamey one. So,
Eric.
Well, I didn't say you. I mean, oh God, I don't think that makes it better. I don't think I've helped myself.
No, actually, Maddie's response was hilarious.
Yeah, her response was hilarious. What did she say? I guess she went, Mom, and then what? And then what?
She goes, I hope not. It shouldn't if you shower.
Yeah, she said it should not smell that way if you shower. And that killed. That line killed.
It's so funny.
Are you going to be with us at the Great Food Giveaway?
I believe so, yes. If I get all my work done. See, I have Jackie's engagement party tonight. So if I get everything done for that, I will be present.
Is the engagement party where like the straws are shaped like penises?
No, that's the bachelorette party. This is just a really small, because, she's got a couple of her friends that are in from out of state. So we just want to get together with them and kind of.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
God. I think Daisy just farted.
Oh boy, that's always bad.
Daisy, don't look at me like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. You don't even know that they're about to hit until you smell it because they don't make any noise.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Okay. I'll tell the Agars I said hi.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much. Thank you for and hey, I think the smell is gone because I really did a hell of a job with that carpet extractor, which is what I should have done in the first place.
Yeah. You did the lazy way the first time and it didn't work.
Stupid. Okay.
Yeah. All right, yeah, because I got to go back in there and finish wrapping presents and stuff.
Gotcha.
Have you wrapped any presents at all?
Negative. I don't have to wrap any except for the...
You do know that today is December 23rd.
I have 5 things to wrap.
Okay.
I could have helped you wrap for all those people. You wrapped whatever it is you wrapped. It was a lot. It took you like 10 hours.
It did. It took forever.
All right.
Okay.
All
right. I'll talk to you.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay. See ya. Bye. Love you. Bye.
There you go. Queen of the Forest. Brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Thank you very much to Patriot Nick for reminding me that the appearances by the Queen of the Forest are brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Patriot Nick, as usual, dying on the dumbest of hills. I'm happy for Jackie, but I'm not throwing shade at her. And I'm not throwing shade at her specifically, but I think engagement parties are just a made-up thing by big wedding. You see, people like Nick, whose knuckles drag on the ground, anti-vaxxer, Trump, red state, liberty, patriot, they always put the word big in front of the shit that doesn't jive in their pea-sized brain. Big pharma, big tech, big Gillette razor company, which I wish you would engage. Big wedding. Would you stop it? You're such a pain in the ass. Yeah, big weddings trying to entice people to spend more money. Not everything is a fucking scheme, Dirk. Shut up, Nick. God, you're such an asshole. Holy crap. Patriot Nick says you couldn't feel the sarcasm in that post. Bullshit. There's no way in hell you were sarcastic. All right. Stand by. Oh, my God. By the way, the Twitch stream is brought to you by Irvine's. The Facebook feed is brought to you by Irvine's. Follow me on Twitter, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And YouTube, brought to you by Frank Fuss, Frank Fuss, the licensed independent insurance agent, mypolicyshop.com. The Agars in a moment. Remember, I'm on Patreon. If you're ever like, man, I want to give Zane money to help out his show, that's horrible. I'm not much for that. You should get something, in my opinion. That's what Patreon is there for. If you want to help out the show, you get plenty of content. I would love you to check out the Patreon. Fill in the gaps on your listening habits because I'm only with you for a couple hours a day. You can sign up for the Patreon. I'll give you 15 hours of content every single week on Patreon. What's all there? You know what? I don't want to break it down right now, but just go there and check it out. Throw $5 or $10 a month at me for just 1 month and try it out. If you like it, there you go. If you don't, you can cancel it. You're out. Just that. No big deal. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you to Full House Comedy. Several venues under their umbrella in the West Michigan community featuring comedy all over West Michigan. FullHouseComedy.com. The aforementioned Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV, 616-532-6600. Love you so much. Thank you. Get your cars fixed at Irvine's. Get a car, purchase a vehicle at Sarah Honda Granville. Nowadays, the thing is, get a custom-ordered car. Translation, there's a bit of a waiting period when you want a new one. But they're making lemonade. They're selling them as custom order. You can get a custom ordered car. That's how you do it these days. You know, supply chain issues and the pandemic are making it a little bit wonky for inventory. You can still get a brand new car, and I want you to get it at Serra Honda Granville, SERRA, Honda, Granville.com. On Kennewa, by 44th Street, Serra Honda Granville. Let's bring in our guests, the multi-talented Agar family.
Good morning.
Hi, Becky. How are you?
Good, Eric. How are you? It's Johnny, too.
Good morning. How are you? Good to see you, Zane. Good to talk to you, I guess.
Yeah, Johnny, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Becky. Sorry about the tech issues, but I still wanted to hear your voices at least. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, boy, where to begin? Because there always seems like something spectacular to unpack. And first of all, I didn't say anything about this, but tomorrow people will be able to see your beautiful shining faces. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Well, part of it's correct. I don't know if they're beautiful or shining, but
yeah, especially in the morning. But we're going to be on the Today Show. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, sir, I am, Johnny.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to be on the Today Show. It's going to air at 10 a.m. on Christmas Eve. So it's going to be wonderful. But I'm having a project done in my downstairs, and Mom and I downstairs.
Yep.
A bunch of the community have come together and kind of helped me to gain my independence. We had some rough issues before, but everyone's come together to make right, and it's been a wonderful thing. And the Today Show somehow saw it, and they wanted to do a story on it. So
yeah, and how great the community is.
and how great the community is, especially during this Christmas season. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of like. It's great to have that type of story, especially at this time of year, in the face of something. And we had been following that story from the very beginning. We've been talking about this, so the audience is definitely in tune with what has gone on, and that it's exactly what people want to see. And and you know what? Frankly, people love hearing from you guys because you've really done a heck of a job. From beginning to end, both with your mother and father, Johnny, raising such a wonderful family, and nothing ever slowing anybody in that family down in any way, shape, or form. That's kind of been your mantra from the get-go. Isn't that right, guys?
It really has. My parents have always taught me never to put any limitations on myself, to keep going. And, that's everything that my parents have done for me. And, everything from, putting me on ice skates when I could barely walk, or writing my own name, to now writing a book. It's just really, really cool to see the opportunities that they want me to pursue, and they allow me to pursue those.
The book is called The Impossible Mile, which is a nod to what you've been doing with endurance sports for quite some time now. The power in living life one step at a time. People, when they have problems, Johnny, they tend to look several steps down the road. And I think that statement right there is very centering to
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special. At Kroger, we've got a huge selection of high-quality meats on top of fresh, natural produce, like fresh, never-frozen prime-grade beef and our Simple Truth Organic Brussels sprouts, or delicious king crab legs with our Private Selection gourmet potatoes. Whew, had to say that doubly fast. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites. When you download digital coupons, you can use up to 5 times in one transaction. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Whatever business you're in, growth isn't just about getting bigger. At ADP, we believe it's about getting stronger by turning data into insights so you can build teams that work as teams. By using our AI technology to help catch payroll errors before they're errors. And by keeping ahead of thousands of changing regulations so you can keep ahead of everything else. ADP helps businesses like yours grow stronger every day. ADP, HR, talent, time, and payroll.
anyone when it comes to dealing with life's struggles. Isn't that correct?
Yeah. I think, when people think about things, I'll just use my story because it's personal to me and I can understand it and explain it better. But I think for me, when I walk, I have to think about every single movement that I make. And for me, it's nearly impossible for me to accomplish a goal and think to myself, 10 steps ahead, not taking one step at a time can be detrimental to me. And I think, with all the challenges that we face now in the world today, I think it's very important that people understand, you may not get things right away like, so many people want, but I think, if you just take on life one step at a time and understand that, you're going to have those failures along the way, but don't let those deter you. They're only stepping stones to help you understand how to accomplish those goals later. So, and I think that's really what Mom and I were shooting for when we wrote the book. So,
Becky, parenting Johnny in the scenario with having the limitations, so-called limitations, physically put on Johnny, you had to probably. Johnny's so successful, I'm guessing, because of the example that you set for him, and I'm guessing some of those parenting decisions were difficult when you had to let him figure it out on his own. Was that hard for you? And did anybody ever say, "Hey, you're pushing him too hard"?
Yeah. Yes, on both of those. It was very early on when we got the diagnosis that Johnny had cerebral palsy. Almost immediately, the day we walked out, we got some advice from the neonatologist, and he said, you can read, because we said we want to know all about cerebral palsy and what it is. We knew it wasn't good, but we had no idea what it was. And he said, you can read all the books you want to, or he said, you can walk out of here just loving him and taking it day by day. Because he said a lot of times what ends up happening is when you read those books, you anticipate things happening and you actually thwart your kids from being able to do things. So early on, Jeff and I decided we just didn't want to put any limitations on him. And we didn't say he had cerebral palsy. In fact, we didn't even want him to know he had cerebral palsy because we didn't want anybody putting limitations on him, not just us. And we wanted him to be able to decide what he could or couldn't do when he was old enough to understand what he had. And it gave, a lot of people, it was hard for a lot of people to understand that because, it's very difficult. You want to pigeonhole somebody in order to get them the needs, the things that they need, and to understand it better, I think.
Yeah.
So it was a really difficult thing for people to kind of grasp. And we did get quite a few people, having a hard time saying we were in denial, and which was kind of funny because obviously we were in denial. We lived with him every day and saw what his limitations were. But I think having that attitude in ourselves and just expecting him to do things, I think that helped with him as well because, he didn't place any limits on himself like he was just saying. So I think it helped him physically, and I think it helped him, obviously mentally as well, to be able to prepare himself. He knew he was going to fail, and it was okay because, this was just his life, and this is the way he dealt with it. And he's taught us a lot, as well. It's very hard for us to complain too much when we see him struggle with pretty much everything every day. We don't have a really big reason to complain. So
yeah, it sounds like when you guys like hearing you talk about the processes, Becky, and hearing Johnny discuss his approach, it sounds like a coach giving like a pep talk, almost like some type of athletic thing. You would hear like Dan Campbell of the Lions talking to the team, saying those things. That's kind of like what I'm hearing. And I know athletics has been huge in your life for the whole family. Does that make sense, I guess?
Yeah, a lot of people, look at sports as just games, but I look at it as so much more than just games. I look at it as, the life lessons, the failure, the getting them back up and trying again.
What was it
that was
the other day about baseball?
I look at baseball, for example, and I see that, if you get hit three out of 10 times, that's a 300 batting average. And you can go to Hall of Fame for that. So, you may strike out 3 times or you may strike out 10 times. But if you get a hit 3 times out of those, that's a Hall of Fame career.
Right.
So, I just certain examples of that with sports is it's a very serious topic, but it's a fun way for me to learn those type of lessons.
And maybe he does look at us as coaches, because he does. Everything he has learned has been from sports, really. We like to take credit sometimes for it, but, when he learns the back of the jerseys, he learns numbers from the back of the jersey, and he's going to learn how to read because he was reading stats and the names on the back of the jerseys. I mean, sports we're a sports family, but he's a thinker, and he looks at sports as just, he has based his life on how athletes play and how they act out on the field or on the,
and I'll say too, I studied sports management at Aquinas, but why you're thinking, why would a person want to study sports management at a college, but in reality, when he has cerebral palsy and can't even, go in circles when he does his wheelchair. But, I wanted to be around those athletes. I wanted to learn from them, know how they carried themselves, whether it be in college or the pros, I wanted that to be a career because I feed off of their energy and stuff. So
I would guess that let's just say we go ahead in the future 10 years and you're a representative or an agent for an athlete. A lot of those young people, they need that type of rock force like yourself to offer them wisdom. They look to them as almost a father figure. And that could absolutely be you because of the wisdom you've gained from just what you described. And I think that your life experiences as well as your intellect would make you superior in that role. I think that would be that's a spectacular career choice, frankly.
Oh, thank you very much. I would love to, I love talking to young people and young kids and motivating them and helping them to understand what they can accomplish. And I would love to have that as a job. So,
can you? I've been talking to you guys for a long time, and I've only gotten one vibe, and that is like the vibe we have now. Can you take me through the scenario of, hey, someone's having a bad day in the Agar household, because no one sees that or ever hears about that. But that's relatable. You have bad days too, just like everybody else, right?
Oh, I definitely have bad days when when I even try to get out of bed,
Yeah.
there are multiple days when Mom has to pick me up off the floor, and I say some words that I don't want to say right now. But
Yeah, of course, man. You know what you should do, Johnny? What you got to do is you got to do one YouTube video of maybe your sister help you out. And it's just called Johnny Having a Bad Day, and you saying every word in the book, because no one ever hears that.
Johnny's blooper.
I would love that. That's incredible. So, and the book came out in September. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is awesome. And, I was taking a look at it, and this all works out in this weird type of culmination of events, because as you indicated, this gentleman, I use that term loosely because he hasn't fixed it. Well, I guess I should ask this. Has the gentleman who you had the issue with, has he reconciled this yet?
Yeah.
He did?
He's sort of did, yes.
Okay.
We'll call it that.
Oh, boy. So, it was weird. You guys were left holding the bag. Thank God some great members in the community stepped up and finishing your living space. That is very, very cool of them.
Yeah.
Can we say who or no?
This is very cool. He wants to remain anonymous.
Okay.
He's not looking for any publicity.
Okay.
He's just doing this out of the kindness of his heart.
That is so sweet and so kind. So now this guy who kind of put you in a bad spot, he was featured prominently on the news. I can only imagine him trying to get work after this. I mean, that would be just so awful if he shows up at someone's house to give an estimate. They're like, "Oh, you're the jerk on the news."
Yeah, that was the hardest thing for Johnny and I. We never ever wanted to make life tough for anybody.
Right.
We know that scenario all too well, and so we tried for a year almost to get him to just give us back the money and we'd just call it good. And he didn't. And then I started doing some research, and just a little bit of research, I found that he did that to a lot of other people, just in my own research. So all I kept thinking about was my grandmother. If he had taken the money from her, she'd have been wiped out. And so I just didn't want it to happen. And I found out 5 months before, had we done something 5 months before, he had taken money from somebody else, a substantial amount of money. And so we just didn't want it to happen to anybody else. And that was our main goal. We just wanted to let people know, please don't sign up with this person because it's not good until he gets his life kind of straightened out. So.
Yeah. Wow. Boy, that was is it Susan Samples, the Wood TV8 reporter?
Yeah.
I love her. She's fantastic. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's
she's awesome. Yeah, she's been our friend for a while. So.
Getting back to the whole sports thing, Johnny, when you talk, I indicated it before, but my new favorite is Dan Campbell. What do you think about Dan Campbell, the coach of the Lions?
Oh, I absolutely love him. He's one of those hard-nosed Detroit guys, and he's been with the Lions before, so he knows, what the culture is like, and he knows, what players like too. And you can hear it in his voice, the passion that he has, and the want to win. And he'll have those guys. He'll have those guys rolling soon.
I believe that.
He's going to get some nice draft picks here coming up, so it'll be awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for that. I love that. Now, we talked about some of the other things your family's done. You also, your wonderful sisters, Grace and Annie, correct?
Yes. Yes,
and they're all finding their way themselves in their own career. Grace is the baby of the bunch. Annie is making waves in I think she's on Fox Bally Sports in Chicago. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so everybody's doing awesome.
she's the national correspondent for Valley Sports and football.
She's very funny. She's hilarious. Some of the videos I've seen her make are just, a riot.
I tell you what, she brightens my day so much, and I'm so happy that she's been able to brighten so many other people's day, because I've seen, I've gotten a front row seat for the past 20, well, she's 2 years older or 2 years younger than me, so for the past 25 years. And I'm so glad that other people are seeing what I've been able to see.
Yes, what a great bunch. Now, John, this would never have happened. This phone call that we're having right now, had I not been walking through Rockford, Michigan, and the race, I had finished this 5K, and I was going to my car, and then I heard this roar, and I looked across the street, and there you were. I actually saw you getting out of the what your dad was pushing you in, and you got up and finished the race. And I think that was the thing that was featured on ESPN. The ESPN cameras were there. And
yeah.
I just started walking next to you. I was like, wow, this looks fantastic. All I had to do was see you get out, and I was like, something amazing is about to happen. I got to see this through. And you've had that drawing power. You just by your actions have lifted people to new heights. And I can't tell you how special that is. You, because of your actions, it's so powerful. My God, everybody loves you and is just so proud of what you have done, Johnny.
Well, I have such a hard time telling people thank you, because you can tell people thank you multiple times, and people really don't know if you mean it or not. But I really try to demonstrate by my actions, how appreciative I am of this community and my parents. And you've just been another example of why I try to work hard every day, because I see you bending your back to share our story, and I see you working hard on the radio every single day, and it's just inspiring to me, and I want to be like that. So thank you, Zane, for your encouragement and inspiration.
Well, it's our pleasure. My audience loves you very much, and the whole family. I'm glad that the living space is being set up so you can have your own little bachelor pad down there. What are the parties going to be like? How many beer bongs do you have made ready to go?
I'm so excited for the national championship game.
Oh, are you?
It's gonna be.
Yeah, you're gonna have a blowout, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so awesome, especially if Michigan comes in. Then I can have a bunch of my friends over and be a Michigan fan for once. I'm a Michigan State fan, but I'll sacrifice for the idea of having my friends over.
Right. Can you imagine your mother's going to wander down there the next morning. There's going to be beer bottles everywhere, and she's going to be like, oh, whose underwear is this?
I don't know if I'll get that far, but I think it's going to be a good time.
All right.
Good time for sure, and I'm excited that I can have my own independence.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, it's
doesn't have to worry about me, doing stuff.
No, yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. The book is called The Impossible Mile, The Power in Living Life One Step at a Time, by Becky Agar and Johnny Agar. Merry Christmas to the Agars. Everyone loves you very much, and my gosh.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the Zane family. We love you guys.
Love you too. Okay, well, thank you so much for the time, guys. I can't wait to do it again and give my best to everyone, all right?
Okay, we'll do.
Thank you.
Thank you. See ya. There you go. The Agars. Oh, shit, yes. Woo. How about that? Chills. Oh, my God. Oh, geez. They are just spectacular. Spectacular. You must get this book. You must get this. Google describes it as an incredible story. Johnny Agar, born with cerebral palsy and whom doctors said would never walk, overcoming the odds in Ironman triathlons, featured on ESPN, NBC Nightly News, The Today Show, and other media outlets. Johnny delivers a moving memoir that is a testament to the power of family, faith, and extraordinary courage. You can get it in all the usual spots. In fact, let me do this. For those of you who want it this second, that's the Kindle book. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to link up nothing. Just look up The Impossible Mile, the power of living life one step at a time. Yes. Oh, my God. That's the type of conversation that you just want to run through a wall afterwards. You're like, yes, I have the power. I have the power. That is so awesome. Thank you to the Agars. All right. Not doing too bad for a jackass, me, who was teetering on the brink, but kept my head and said, we'll just start a few minutes late. It's fine. No big deal. You can do it. Just take life one step at a time, knucklehead. You've been doing this for 723 shows. You'll be fine. It's going to be fine. I have a cameo that I got booked by. I think it was Rob. Rob booked me for a cameo. And if you want to book me for a cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane. Eric Zane, all one word. I put a lot of effort into these. You will get your $15.99 worth. It is one of the cheapest things on Cameo. Everybody on there is, oh yeah, $500 on Cameo. And it's like, I can't do it. Well, first of all, I'd sell none of them. Okay, $15.99. Hell, it takes me a minute of my time. That's still incredible. Okay. I can do a roast. I can do something kind. I can do something for a younger person, a loved one, someone who doesn't even know me. You name it. And you tell me what you want me to do. You basically give me the direction. Yeah, make sure you put O'Neill in it. I love that guy. $15.99, cameo.com/Eric Zane. I can't stress enough about the importance of reaching out to the tank. His name is Frank Fuss. I'll try to use the least amount of words as possible in describing what he does here. Any type of insurance, home, life, car, health, dental, Medicare, employer insurance, marketplace insurance. All you have to do is reach out to the tank. Let's say all of those are with different companies that you have right now. Reach out to the tank at 616-914-4070. Just text, Eric Zane sent me. Please help me. 616-914-4070. He'll send you a link. Let's meet. You fill out the form. Takes you 1 minute. Phone meeting, Zoom meeting, in-person meeting. And then on that form, it'll ask you what you need. Okay, this is all just so he has an idea what he's getting into. And then you say, yeah, I want you to price life insurance, car insurance, dental insurance, and homeowners insurance. Price all that for me. Let me know. And then he's going to compare what you had to what he's going to get you. And you're going to get better insurance, and you're going to pay a lot less. What? That's true. Doesn't matter where you are in the U.S. Just reach out to him. Text or call 616-914-4070 or go to buyinsurancehere.com. Blue Frost IT. Blue Frost IT. Blue Frost IT. .net. .com. BlueFrostIT.com. Sometimes I forget. Thanks to them for being on board with the show. For your small or medium-sized business. And if you're looking to upgrade the equipment, the tech, you don't want to be slowed down by big tech, according to Patriot Nick. Get some help in what you're purchasing for your business. Because if you just start buying random stuff, Okay, you're probably going to spend more than you need and buy things that you don't even need. Get a complimentary consultation before you do anything from Blue Frost IT. Call or text 616-200-8550 for more information. All right? And then there's Prince Arming. We have gun school coming up on January 15th in Holland Township, Michigan. If you've always wanted to carry your pistol concealed, you know, it's not doing you any good locked up, in a space in your house. Okay? First of all, if you're defending your home with a pistol locked up, you're not defending your home. Okay? You're not doing, it's just sitting there. That pistol is to be used when you're out. Okay? In the unlikely event of something terrible happening, what do you want to do? Just sit there and be shot in the face? No. You want to pull out your piece and wreak havoc on the bad guy. Shoot him right in the center of mass. That's right. I'm telling you what that gun is to be used for. You'll probably never have to take it out of the holster, but wouldn't it be nice to be able to carry your pistol concealed? In the great state of Michigan, you need to take the class. That's what this is. Call or text Steve Prince, 616-204-1705. 616-204-1705. I'll be back with Kyle in a second. We're going to do another rip-roaring edition of Let's Kill with Kyle. Kyle Ryan writes, I thought responsible people left their gun in a drawer where their kids can access it, where their kids have access to it. That's only for the Crumblies. Unbelievable. Okay, don't go anywhere. I got a tinkle. On the audio podcast, I edit those. Tim says, oh my God, longest pee break ever. It's never this long on the audio version. He knows I edit it. Yeah, just clean it up. Thanks to Dana White from News 8 for retweeting the Great Food giveaway announcement. I appreciate that. Very kind. And thank you to Madam Mayor Rosalind Bliss of Grand Rapids for retweeting it. That helps. That lets people know that we're there. Okay. Tarantula Farmer, again, who's been asking for it. Did you wash your hands, Zane? No, I did not. Okay. Man, the Agars. Jeff used to be a pitcher for the Tigers. Absolutely spectacular life and great family. Annie, Grace, Johnny, Becky, and Jeff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. As always, at about the same time, we bring in, well, actually, typically at about 9 o'clock is when we bring in Kyle for Let's Kill. And typically you can see his shining face.
Hello?
My apologies on the technical issues, Kyle.
Yeah, well, you didn't want to see me super zoomed in on my face or what?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was working on that, trying to figure out why that is and clean that up so that it's normal. And then I think I somehow ruined everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool with me. I mean, I'm chill.
Yes, you are chill. You ever do that thinking, oh, yeah, I gotta make this better, and then it stops working completely?
Oh, yeah. I'd say I'm somewhat famous for that, actually.
Oh, my God. All right. Yeah, here we are. It's Christmas time. Is everything all set in your household?
Everything's all set in my household, I'm pretty sure. Here's a beautiful little thing that happens. Blue takes care of most of that stuff. So my free-range mind is allowed to, graze in the fields and not worry about it so much. But then I do get stuff for her and, some other little things. So it's pretty chill.
Is when it comes to like gift giving, does she know everything she's going to get?
No, and I'm very secretive. I'm very mysterious.
So because a lot of times people, like in this household, Diana just makes a list and then everybody gets her what's on the list. There's no like surprises.
Uh-huh.
Is that how it is with you, or is it
No, here's the thing, Eric Zane. I would consider myself somewhat of like a post capitalistic American, meaning like I don't really care about Christmas that much. You know what I mean? Like I don't like need stuff, you know, like I don't really ask people for stuff.
Right.
So like when it comes to me, I'm just like, yeah, like just give me whatever you want. Like, you know, like no big deal. But on the flip side of that is, this is not even a flip side. This is a whole nother topic kind of, but I don't buy myself clothes, right?
Right.
I don't care. I don't care about fashion. So I don't get myself clothes because I know that on Christmas and probably a little bit on my birthday, people are going to get me clothes. So for like the past, how old am I? 32. For like the past like 15, 16 years, I haven't bought myself any clothes.
I'm the same way. If anybody's ever watched this podcast for any amount of time, you can go back to pictures of me from like 5 years ago, and it's the same wardrobe. I don't change it. I wear it until it's actually destroyed.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I'm just like, listen, dude. I don't care about fast. We know that. And I don't care about like people's like perception like of me. So like so when it comes to clothes, I'm just like it doesn't matter, dude. I'm just gonna be, as long as like my my BBDs are just not showing, like we're good, dude.
BBBs, what is that?
It's short for butt, balls, and dick.
Or BB. Okay, good. All right. Now, does that count as a shortened word or an abbreviation? Because you said fash for fashion, as Daisy comes in the room behind me, and you said perception for perception.
Uh-huh. I would consider BBDs. I would consider that. Let's put that in the acronym category because I do acronyms quite a bit.
All right, we got you 2. We got you down for 2 so far. I want to talk about something that has been discussed on this show at length this week. We were talking about women who wear those types of boots that are cloth, but they go all the way up higher than the knee. Okay, I referred to them as hooker boots or whore boots or slut boots. Now, while they look good and they would be boner inducing, in my opinion, and I need your opinion, in my opinion, those are slut boots. What are your thoughts about those boots?
Oh boy, these are the type of questions I live for. You know what I mean? Like it's like the importance of it is low, but also it's not, because these are the important questions to ask. You know what I mean? Because you really get to know people like that.
Right.
But I would say, I wouldn't say, okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't say they're slut boots, but I would say that if you have them on, you're probably going to be sucking some dick soon, I think. You know what I mean? Like, because you're probably going to be going out to the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're going to have a couple Cosmos, maybe like a Moscow Mule or something like that. And you might get Litskis, you might be dancing, and you might end up in that arena. But I wouldn't say it like by default you're a slut.
Okay.
I would say that you just bought big ass boots and just wanted to see what would happen.
Okay. Yeah. Tim says that he goes to church and he never saw hooker boots at church. If so, he says, I would still be going to that church. No, there's no question. If I'm at mass and some lady decided to wear the hooker boots, I'm going to divert my eyes because I know if I see it, my dick is going to get somewhat plump.
Somewhat plump.
All right. So one lady in particular who listens to the podcast, she's very sweet. Her name is Kate. She's from New Jersey. She is furious now with you over that comment.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's had it.
I'm reading here.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I would say, because I consider myself a well-rounded thinker, right? So you've got your group that, are going to be probably doing some slutty stuff. But I wouldn't say that's a mutually exclusive group. There could be people, and this is for Kate, there could be people that wear the boots because their kneecaps are fucking weird looking. So, you know what I mean? So some people got weird ass knees, and those boots could help. And that, for your self-esteem,
right?
For your image.
Yeah. I think they look great. They look hot, but I mean, come on now.
That's what I think about him, I guess.
Okay, very good. I want to talk to you now. The Lions quarterback, you had said, quote, Jared Goff is a retard. Those were your words.
You know what? The funny thing is, I'm so glad that you want to talk about this because I was thinking about it, dude. And like, I should have looked up the article beforehand, but it's a Thursday and I'm half prepared.
That's okay.
But in the article, it said that since whatever game, which was the game that I called Jared Goff a retard. Since that game, he's been like on fire, and like I think his ratings like pretty high. Like he's doing great.
Very better. Yeah.
Here's my social thing to say is sometimes you just gotta call a guy a retard to kick him in the ass and get him to get better, dude.
So the way to inspire them is refer to them as that word, because the Lions, their last 6 games, have 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. When you're the year that they've had, that's pretty damn good.
It's pretty damn good, yeah. I say that because definitely Jared Goff pays attention to my opinion.
Right on.
He goes on my Facebook and tries to figure out like what I'm thinking about his play. So it's definitely related to that, I would say.
And he won't be playing this upcoming game. He's ill.
Oh, is he?
Yes. So that some backup that I don't know who he is, Tim Boyle or Tim Broyle, I don't know. It's his opportunity to shine here. And that's the thing with the Lions. That's been their mantra. Somebody's got to step up, and they don't always do that. But I will say this. If by some chance they are able to play together and win these last 3 games, which the 2 of the 3 are very winnable, with Atlanta and on the road in Atlanta, and then I forget the other one, but it's winnable. And then they host the Packers. But if by some miracle they win those 3, they will have finished the last 9 games at 5-3-1, which would be one of the hotter teams in the league. Seattle is who it is. Seattle. Can you imagine? Now that's very wishful thinking, but I mean 1 game at a time, as Johnny Agar would say. But man, I cannot believe I'm excited about a team that's won 2 games.
I know. No, I'm with you though, because it went from, and you and I talked about this way in the beginning of the year, like they had to figure out, how Dan Campbell is, like how the team runs, and it took them a little too long, if you ask my ass.
Oh yeah.
But then after that, they started to kick it. Yeah, since November, dude, they've been like you said, one of the hottest teams so far. Yeah. I mean, we sweat the freaking Cardinals, dude. I was like watching the game, and we were having like a little Christmas party. Yeah. While the game was going, right. And there were some people there that are Lions fans. So like we're sitting, and I'm like, I kept looking at him, and I'm like, are we gonna win this game, dude? And we were like, I guess you'd say confused.
It was very weird
though, because even though I want a high draft pick, I like that Dan Campbell's like, no, dude, we're just gonna be winning. Dude.
Yeah, that you know what? I've never bought into that whole dumb argument about you can't go you're screwing up your draft pick. Shut up. Do your job, play some football. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So what else? By the way, sexy voice Andrea ran into not black Emilio the other day. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I was going to talk about that actually, because this has been a freaking crazy week for us about that type of stuff. He didn't know who it was though, but he was like, he texted me and he goes, LMAO, I got to tell you about some funniest shit when I see you later. I'm like, okay. And he told me about that. He was like, yeah, he goes, this chick just popped out of nowhere and was like, hey. And, he's like, yeah. He's like, we talked for a sec and we took a selfie and like all this stuff. And I was like, what? I was like, do you know who it was? And he was like, no. I I can't remember, or she didn't tell me. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, we straight up, Not Black Amelia is getting more famous.
Yeah, I know it. And there was a nice picture, and Andrea was there smiling, and Amelia was smiling. I was like, look at that. We have actually audience members stopping people on the road. But was he at a light or something? I mean, how did it unfold? Or did she like roll down the window and said, I bet you have a huge dick or something? I mean, how...
The funny thing is that I think he said, he was explaining to me, I think he was like outside of the truck, like trying to figure out where to put a dumpster.
Yeah.
Because it was like in a part of town where like there's no driveways, I think maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said he was like outside, like looking around, trying to figure out where to put that thing. And that's when it happened. So the funny part about that is he was probably just like zoned in at the exact time.
Yeah.
Just like trying to like staring at the landscape, trying to find a nice little spot. And then she showed up, I think.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That is, okay. So now,
that's awesome. I just read her comment.
Well, she says, I saw him driving on the highway and he was going to the same area I was. So I followed him. Oh my God. That's great. That's so funny. Very cool. What else is on your mind, Kyle? Because I've stolen the thunder on a few of the things you wanted to talk about.
You're cool, dude. So yeah, there was that happened, right? But also we rented a dumpster, not yesterday, but I think on Tuesday, to a dude named Justin, who also listens to the show. And the funny thing is, Emilio delivered that one too. And so he had told Emilio that he listened to the show or whatever, and all that type of stuff too. And Emilio was like, dude, it's like, I bet that guy like wanted to meet you. And I'm like, that's funny to think about, because like to me, I'm just like this dumbass like regular dude, and I'm like, it's just funny that people are like, "Where's Kyle?" And I'm like, I don't know what I was doing at the time, just being chill somewhere else.
Yes, you're becoming a star. And at Last Total, I've added. This isn't really abbreviated because it's made it longer, but the word "lit" became Litskis.
Yep.
Perception. And what was the first one? Fash for fashion. Okay, so we're up to 3 now.
Yeah, did I just say Litskis?
You said Litskis a little while ago.
Right on. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to say. Like, not my favorite thing, but I'll say Litskis beyond belief skis. And it just feels good to say that type of stuff.
I'm all about it. Only you can pull that off. I couldn't do that.
Here's one thing I want to talk to you about, Eric Zane. What are your opinions or thoughts or memories? It doesn't have to be memories. What do you think about eggnog as a Christmas delicacy?
What I've tasted of it, I haven't really liked, but I'm under the impression that I haven't put in enough. I haven't tried it enough. It seems like an acquired taste, but just the actual name of it, eggnog, that's an unpleasant word,
I know.
Nog, egg.
I'm sure, back in like 1642 or like some junk like that,
right?
When, like that was probably like a name for a drink or something like that. But yeah, I don't know what nog. I don't like the word nog.
Well,
either.
Nog sounds like a word that you could use in place of like jizz. So.
You could, a good one.
You could say, "Oh yeah, I had my nog all over her face, and she lapped it up like a freaking cat."
Yeah, nog is not a great word, but by association, it's because it reminds me of Noogs, like nougat, like creamy nougat, like in a Three Musketeers bar. So Noogs, I like Noogs.
Okay, so what? How do you feel about all of it? Have you ever drank this concoction?
Oh yeah. Oh, it is Patriot Nogski, dude. I like that. Yeah, I enjoy Nogski. Little eggnog, here's what I do, right? So I get fat around Christmas time for sure, because it's cold and that seasonal depression comes through. And so I started slamming chocolate, all that type of stuff. But eggnog just goes with it because it's like thicker than milk, you know what I mean? So here I am slamming some chalks. Letting the taste effervesce throughout me. And then I pour myself a nice little thick glass of Nogskis, and I'm going to be having a good little night.
I got Chalks, Depresh, Nogski, Noogs, Belief Skis, Litskis, Perception, and Fash. Awesome. All right.
That's a good little week for a Braves.
It's a hell of a list. A Breeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're up to 9. 9.
That might be an all-time high, dude.
Tarantula Farmer says, Kyle, do you like the Jay and Silent Bob movies?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
I've only seen Clerks.
Clerks was good, too. Here's the thing is my comedy or like stuff I like in comedy has always been different than people of my age group, I guess you would say, because like when I was like 7, me and my dad would dig on like George Carlin comedy and stuff. So I'm like 7, like understanding like how he's kind of views the world. So like I like Clerks when I watched it when I was young, but like my friends didn't because they didn't understand it, yet. And so, I like Clerks. I like that stuff. But then when Jay and Silent Bob, when we got that, that's obviously a pretty good type of humor that mixes with, the age group I was when we started watching it. So Jay and Silent Bob was like the bridge movie to get my friends to watch Clerks, which I liked.
One of the off-ice officials at the hockey game, he goes, yeah, I was laid up with an injury, so I watched a bunch of movies. He goes, yeah, man, I watched Home Alone, Goonies, and Kindergarten Cop. And first of all, I said, well, I've never seen Goonies. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. What? Everybody looked at me like I was insane. And I was like, well, I don't like stupid, shitty movies. Of course I didn't watch it. And everybody wanted to kill me over that. It sounds like you feel the same way.
Dude, The Goons was crush. Let's face it, dude. I love that shit. Because as a little kid, I mean, I watched it when I was a little kid, when did that movie come out? Sometime in the 80s. So, my dad saw it, because he was younger at that point in time, too. So then he showed me, and, I love The Goons because, they're, traveling underground, in an underground mysterious world. And that really piqued, my imagination and stuff. So realistically, ever since then, I've been trying to, even in my late 20s, even now, if I saw, a secret passageway, that underneath the ground, and someone was like, either go in that secret passageway or I'll give you a couple mil, I'm going to go in the secret passageway and see where I end up.
I have never seen that. And something else that I talk about every year, and people think I'm even more crazy, I have never seen a movie known as The Christmas Story or A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Yeah, fuck that movie. I'm with you on that one.
Good. It's fucking stupid. I hate comedies in general. And then he said, yeah, I watched Kindergarten Cop and Home Alone. I go, yeah, those are all fucking horrible, horrible movies. There's nothing funny or entertaining about shitty movies, asshole. A Christmas Story, definitely never. And the reason I never watched it is because that A Christmas Story falls under the same category to me as like Michael Jordan and people who just really a majority of people who really like something. Right. I tend to not like. And A Christmas Story falls in that category. You gotta see A Christmas Story. I'm like, I don't gotta do nothing, motherfucker. Get out of my face. All it is some brat narrating Christmas. He wants a stupid BB gun. His dumbass drunk dad gets a lamp that looks like a leg. The mom's an idiot, and that's it. Merry Christmas. And everybody here is killing me over that. They're killing me over that comment.
I'm with you on that one. If it came down to it, and it was America entered a civil war on people who've seen the movie versus people who haven't, I'll fight alongside you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Kyle. Dean has a great question that comes up every year. Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
Oh, you know what? I've seen this debate online. Here's the thing. I've seen the debate over the past couple of years, the Facebook algorithms have allowed me to enter the debate.
Yeah.
But I have not watched Die Hard since I was aware of this debate. So I'm gonna pull a judge move and recuse myself from the situation right now. But I will watch Die Hard very soon. Before next week, I will watch Die Hard and I'll fucking tell you guys what I think later.
Okay. I will wait for that. We'll have to revisit that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to put it on the list right now.
Don't forget,
baby. Yeah, I just got to recuse myself because I don't like being one of those people just kind of talking out of my ass. And then, like when you are talking out of your ass and like you feel nervous that someone's going to call you out on it.
Yes.
That's what would happen if I started talking about it.
No, I know. I do that every single day of my life. Every single day.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay. Couple mil was Krush, the Goons, Abreeves, Chalks, Depresh, Nogski, Noogs, Beliefski, Litskins, Percept.
I like that. If I said a country, Litskins would be the people. I like that.
Merry Christmas to you and yours, Kyle from Dumpster Divers.
Merry Christmas to everybody that's around here, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much. It's always fun to have you on here. People seem to like you, and we always have a good time. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, we always do. I just want to say, everybody have a good Merry Christmas. Try not to get any pictures of your BBDs caught on camera for your kids to find years later.
They would. Yeah, hey, and absolutely. Now, how old is Jameson again? The actual, is it like not even a year, right?
Right, yeah, he's 10 months, but he's about to have his first little Christmas. He's not going to care. He's like, we at that Christmas party that we were at, we tried giving him like a gift to like open, and he was like, get that fucking thing out of my face. Yeah. I don't feel like doing that.
They hate that. Yeah, it's maybe next year he might know what's up, but oh my God. All right, I got to go. Daisy's giving Bruce some type of blowjob on the couch.
Oh, yeah, a little bestiality. Yeah, there. No big deal.
Right, dog on dog.
I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, I'll talk to you. There you go. Kyle from Dumpster Divers, thank you very much. Daisy. Okay, she's not actually licking his pee-pee. She's licking his leg, but it looks like she was licking his pee-pee. It was weird. I can't handle it. I just can't handle it. And here's the deal. Here's the deal, Eric Zane. Here's the deal. When she does that, then he gets agitated, and then before long, he'll be humping her. I will end with the asshole of the day after I announce to you that I have a mortgage guy named Mario. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. Thank you so much to them for being on board with this show. If you ever need a mortgage, please reach out to Mario. TC Paintball for TC Paintball Fun, tcpaintballgr.com. Love them. Thank you, as always. If you're looking to book a party, reach out to TC Paintball. Wednesday's Little League Day. Basically, you just get the kids in the neighborhood, go to TC Paintball. Starts at 5, get there at 4:30. No problem. Then, of course, A&E Heating and Cooling. Get that furnace tuned up by reaching out to A&E Heating and Cooling. $79 all it costs for A&E Heating and Cooling. If you need them for an after-hours service call, 616-516-8579. All right. Despite the technical issues, and I apologize for that, I feel pretty good about it, about the show today. Loving the Agars. All right, asshole of the day. I don't know if we have any. Tim Mayer, maybe? No, he can't be. He just gave me $200. Mike Ball? No. We're doing the Great Food Giveaway. We've got the Agars. That'll do it. That'll do it. No, not the Agars. But it's worth putting out there. The Agars ex-contractor is your asshole of the day. Brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. All right. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I will do a show. The good news is a lot of what I was going to talk about today, I will have for tomorrow. So the show's basically written. Same time, hopefully not late. I don't think I will be. I will be right on time at 8 a.m. for the world-famous Eric Zane Show Podcast Christmas Eve show. It lines up this year that there's like no days off for Christmas break because they both line up on the weekend. So business as usual. I will be skipping the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast this week, though. All right. Patreon happens a little bit later on. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. And we'll do it up there. Okay? Thank you so much, folks. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. cancerscreeninfo.com.